to start with, can you tell us a bit about yourself and your kind of journey in the procurement and supply chain sector, please?
Yeah, I'm leading the technology operations team in Luxembourg, and I'm quite new to the procurement world. So basically, last year I joined procurement. I'm coming from the telecommunication world, from the mobile world, let's say, and now I have the privilege to learn something new about supply chain, about procurement, and how my skills, my experience in generative AI, in technology in general, could contribute to the benefits of supply chain.
Perfect. And you've obviously just come off the stage from your panel discussion. Could you tell us a little bit about what was discussed and the subject?
The panel was very good. We had a quite wide discussion in terms of how generative AI can contribute, could help procurement and supply chain, and especially sustainability agenda. And it went very well. I think the questions were very good. The panelists, I think my fellow panelists were amazing. So I really enjoy being in the panel, and of course, very interesting questions from the audience.
Great. And obviously, you work for Vodafone. Could you tell us a little bit more about how Vodafone is kind of using or implementing sustainable practices within its procurement and supply chain sector, especially in relation to your involvement with how you're harnessing Gen AI to make things more sustainable?
Sustainability is very high on our agenda in Vodafone, and we have experts looking at various aspects of sustainability, starting from the data structure and how we collect the data from various sources, from suppliers, from our internal sources, or even from external databases. That is the first step, basically, and then using the best practices from the industry or from other industries, we implement these best practices in our world, and of course we follow the regulation and the requirements which are coming from the governments and also from our strategic agenda. And it's a lot of effort that we put into sustainability, and so far we did quite well. Of course, there is always room for improvement, and in terms of tools and how we can streamline the processes, but I think we are on the right track.
You mentioned about streamlining processes there, and obviously people say that the cost of sustainability sometimes clashes with the pressures of the business bottom line. Is Gen AI helping and to kind of relieve that balancing act, so perhaps that people can strike the balance between saving costs while also making their operations as green as possible?
I believe that Gen AI can help in the sense that we have the opportunity to analyze a lot of data, right, with the right tools. And that was not possible before generative AI was implemented, was adopted, right? So first of all, it comes from the large and the fragmented set of data that we need to analyze. And this is where generative AI will play a significant role. Then, of course, you need to discover at every step of the process in supply chain what are the practices of the suppliers, and then take that into account. And this discovery process can be enabled by generative AI.
Perfect. And obviously we spoke a lot about Gen AI and its emergence. Looking ahead to kind of other trends, what kind of technical advancements do you think will kind of shape sustainability within procurement and supply chain services within the next kind of 2 years?
Yeah, there are various initiatives. So if you look at, for example, logistics, right? It's very important to optimize the processes, the routing of everything that we do from the logistic point of view. If you look at, for example, at the use of raw materials, right? It's the design of all the products now take into account the optimization of how we use raw materials, because they are expensive, and then we want to ensure that these products that we are producing, as in any industry, have a longer life, right? And by doing that, we can decrease the waste, and we can contribute to sustainability.